Hi, everybody. I wanted to share another story from Fort Benning, Georgia, 1969. It was a really cold, and in Georgia, it doesn't snow too much. And this particular morning, we had freezing rain, and there was snow in the air, and there was a little light coating of snow on everything. So we had finished breakfast. We're back in the barracks, hanging out, waiting for the morning formation at 8 o'clock. And so it's about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning, and it is cold for Georgia. Okay? So the first sergeant comes into the barracks, and he says, "Which one of you soldiers is from the north?" So I said, "I'm from the north. I'm from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area." And he says, "You're above the Mason-Dixon line?" I says, "Yes, I am." He says, "Then you know how to drive in the snow?" I says, "I do." So he says, "Okay, come with me." Okay. So we leave the barracks, walk outside, and go down a little further down from the main office is where the colonel lives. So the colonel's outside, and he's next to his Jeep. He said, "The colonel needs to go to the main post for a meeting, and nobody around here knows how to drive in the snow." I said, "Okay, great." Main post is about 5 miles away. Everything is a sheet of frozen rain covered in ice, and it has a little dusting of snow on top. So you really can't tell if it's icy underneath or not. So we get in the Jeep, introduce myself, so makes a little bit of small talk. "You know how to drive in the snow. You're from above the Mason-Dixon line?" I said, "Yes, I am." And off we go. Now the Jeep is Korean War kind of vintage. This is 1969. There's no heat, there's no air conditioning, there's no defroster. So he's talking, and the windows are getting ice on the inside, which, if any of you have been in that situation, you know you can't talk and have a frost free windshield. So we're struggling with that. Now it's a canvas top, canvas doors, air's leaking all over the place. It's very cold for Georgia, it's like 30 degrees. So off we go. Put it in four-wheel drive, stick shift, take it slow. Now the roads in Georgia, they do them a little different. They're not flat because of the heavy rains, especially the ones on the Army post. They're crowned like this. So there's no really, if you go down the road, you're always on a tilt because they do it that way so the rain will run off of the road. You won't have ponding. You won't have a problem with that. And then on the side of the road, they dug a 3-foot ditch. It's 3 feet wide, about 3 feet deep, and that's where the water will go. So when it rains heavily, the road stays just wet, it's not flooded, and all the water runs off to the side of the road and drains that way. So there we are. What I wound up having to do is you drive on the road trying to get up on the top of the crown so you can drive flat. So we're actually going down the road sideways like this, drifting, and I'm trying to keep the Jeep on the road. You can't take your foot off the gas. You can't hit the brake. You're going to wind up in a ditch either way. The struggle is to get it up on the top of the crown of the road. And when you're going around a turn, the centrifugal force of going around the turn to the left is going to pull you off of the road into the ditch. So you have to go on the other side of the crown. So now we're on the opposite oncoming lane, going around the left-hand turn. He's over there, he's got white knuckles, and we are sliding all over the place. And I'm just, keeping on the gas. The tires are those mud tires you see. They're not made for ice, they're not made for snow. They're strictly for getting through the mud and the sand that's there in Georgia. So we're driving through the Georgia pine forest, heading to main post. Like I said, it's about 4 or 5 miles, and we're sliding everywhere. A couple times we almost wound up in the ditch. We fought our way back, got up on top of the crown of the road. We get down to the downtown main post, okay? He says, "There's the building over there I have to go to. The meeting's in that building." Well, right in front of the building, there's a parking spot, okay? But it's on that side of the road. So I turn the wheel, we start to slide. I hit the emergency brake, we slide sideways off of the road into the parking spot, and we bump very gently into the curb. And he says, okay, you have driven in the snow before. So I said, yeah, I have. So he says, okay, I'll be out as soon as I can. Wait here. It is cold. I'm not staying in the Jeep for how many hours. So there's no key. There's just an on-off switch in those vehicles. So I shut off the vehicle and I go inside, and the guards let me in because I'm the colonel's driver. They let me stay inside, and I got a cup of coffee in there and got to use the bathroom and everything. 3.5 hours later, he comes out. The warm Georgia sun has melted pretty much all of the ice on the road. So it was a very friendly, kind of a casual ride home. Not too slippery. We hit a few icy spots, but I was staying on top of it. Really never went more than 15 or 20 miles an hour the whole time we were out with him. That was the one incident. Never asked to do it again. I was only there for about 11 months before I got sent to Vietnam. But that was one of the stories I remember that was something that was really cool that happened to me. I hope you enjoyed the story. Hey everybody, almost forgot. Hit that subscribe button. We need more subscribers, and ring the bell so you get notified next time we put a video up. Thanks for watching Mike's Garage. We'll see you next time. Be safe.